Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest Augment. Sorry about the no-show last week, but when a computer melts, it kind of makes it hard to upload a show. So, I hope you enjoy this week's show. There's a lot of stuff to get through, so I'll get straight into it. Here's the news. In TV news, both Smallville and Supernatural have returned to American televisions, and hopefully we'll be seeing those soon on Australian televisions. Also, Heroes is going to be starting on Monday with a 2-episode return for Season 3. Hopefully that will come out fast-tracked to Australia over the next few weeks. Also related, in movie news, the Wolverine trailer has been leaked from the Comic-Con. So if you have a look on YouTube, you should be able to get a sneak peek at some excellent footage of the upcoming Wolverine movie. In internet news, if you head over to DeviantArt and look up Frozgulls, you'll get to see a parody of all your favourite superheroes in jelly bean form. That's it for the news. See you next week. I'm Nobody Important. First up is Wall.e. It was released this Thursday in Australian cinemas, and it's about a little robot that was left behind by humanity. Basically to clean up the world, and he gets, I don't know, like his programming corrupted or something. That isn't really explained in the story, but he does some pretty wacky stuff, so obviously he's pretty corrupted. And he gets really lonely, another robot shows up, they go into space, and there's all of humanity floating around in space doing bugger all, really. And that's pretty much it. You know, they find out that there's life on Earth again after it being almost destroyed, and they decide to go back. Pretty basic story, and unfortunately it takes the entire movie to explain it. The first, probably about half an hour of the movie is so slow. It doesn't really do anything. I suppose it explains the character a little bit, but you could pretty much concise that to about 5 minutes. You could probably concise it to about 3 minutes. Maybe even 1. But it wasn't my movie. So, it's a good movie. By the time you finish watching it, you are rooting for Wall.e. He is an awesome character and stuff. By the end of the movie, you love it, and it's really good and funny and kidsish. But honestly, if you're taking a child to see this movie, take some form of restraints. Because they will not sit there through the first half an hour while nothing is happening. It is really good for adults, but even my parents couldn't stand the fact that it took so long for the story to go anywhere. So all in all, it looks really, really good. The acting is really good as far as Pile of Pixels can act. And as far as the movie goes, it was really enjoyable by the end, but a really slow starter. Next up we have Star Wars The Force Unleashed. It was released this past week, and it basically covers the story between Episode 3 and Episode 4. So you get to see what was happening with Darth Vader, well, basically as he became the Dark Lord. So it covers Starkiller, I think his name is, and his adventures learning to become a Sith. So he's Darth Vader's apprentice, and he basically does whatever Darth Vader says. It also unravels a few little things, like it has appearances of Princess Leia, and an underlying story of Darth Vader actually wanting to get rid of Darth Sidious. So there's an interesting little twist in there. Basically, when I started, the first time I saw it, I thought this looks like a Legacy of Kain game. And then I actually started playing it, and it is a Legacy of Kain game. I got up to the second level, and the way that Starkiller is actually designed, he actually looks like Raziel out of Legacy of Kain, which you can probably see behind me. It's an excellent game. I say that because I enjoyed Legacy of Kain. It's an excellent game, gameplay is good, camera can be sometimes rather annoying. I have the PlayStation 3 version, which for some strange reason has a bit of lag in a few areas. I'm assuming that's just because there was a lot to process and it's not because of some silly thing they've done. All in all, good gameplay, excellent graphics. The cutscenes and the actual gameplay are seamless together. As far as story goes, pretty much you'd have to be a Star Wars fan before you'd buy it. If you're not a Star Wars fan, you're probably just going to walk along and kill people and solve the puzzles and just leave it at that and not really pay attention to the story. But the story, if you're a Star Wars fan, is good, and if you haven't got it, you should get it. So, go and buy it. I'll wait. Okay, next up we have Metallica's Death Magnetic. They finally released a new album, and it is actually better than their last effort. It goes back to the Kill 'Em All sort of sound. With all the thrash metal, high distortion type stuff. It doesn't really change from that throughout the entire thing. Most of them seem to have a similar beat and a similar sort of sound to each of the different songs, so you're not really getting a change of taste throughout each of them. If you're a fan of Metallica, I'd definitely say pick this up. If you used to be a fan, and like the 80s or something like that, then you'll probably really like this album. Personally, it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Hopefully the next endeavour will be much better, but if you can pick up a cheap copy of this album, I'd pick it up just to check it out. Okay, so you've got good guys and bad guys. The good guys are Jedis, the bad guys are Sith. The first movie, good guys are trying to protect a princess that is endangered by the Sith. They do that and they find a kid on the way. In the second movie, the kid becomes a Jedi and he's all trained up and they try to destroy the Sith, don't accomplish it. In the third movie, the little kid becomes a Sith and destroys all the Jedi. So all the good guys, except for 2 or 3, are dead. By the time you reach the 4th movie, he is full Sith and he is trying to kill everyone. He's trying to take over the universe. By the time you reach the 5th movie, nothing much has changed. 6th movie, he ends up getting killed by his own son. That's it. Enjoy the shows.
It's competition time, and thanks to the guys at Comic Zone, we have some great prizes to give away this week. For first place, we have a Marvel Encyclopedia of Spider-Man, a hardcover Ghost Rider Trail of Tears trade, and an Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2 trade paperback. For second place, Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2 trade paperback, Superpowers, Mercy Sparks Issue 0, and Justice League Unlimited number 2 and number 3. And all you have to do to be in the running for these fabulous prizes is email us at augment@live.com.au with the subject header of Marvel Comp and your name, your age and your postcode. Winners will be drawn on October 13th show, so get your entries in now.
Hello everyone, we're in Albany. Bloody cold and wet. I don't know if you can see all that water. It's pretty rough. We're here for the weekend to see my brother. It's his birthday and it's bloody cold. That's it.
Happy birthday.
Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be back next week with some more reviews, news, and other weird stuff. See you then. Bye.